Dear students, this is our fifth lecture on molecular rearrangements, and in today's lecture we will discuss Hofmann rearrangement. Hofmann rearrangement is an organic reaction in which a primary amide is converted into a primary amine in the presence of bromine and a base. And the concept of the reaction is that the primary amide will be transformed into primary amine with one carbon less with the elimination of carbon dioxide. So basically what happens is that the amide reacts with the bromine and sodium hydroxide to form these types of intermediates which are known as isocyanates, and then these isocyanates undergo hydrolysis in the presence of water with the elimination of carbon dioxide to give us amines as the product. And this Hofmann rearrangement is also therefore called as Hofmann degradation, because one of the carbon is removed from the reactant into the product. And the reaction is not same as Hofmann elimination, which is a different reaction. So this reaction should not be confused with the Hofmann elimination. So in addition to bromine and the base, several other reagents they can be substituted for bromine, like sodium oxychloride, lead tetraacetate, then N-bromosuccinamide, bis trifluoroacetoxyidobenzene, this can also be used. Then DBU, 1,8-diaza bicyclo 5,4,0 undex-7-ene, which is called as DBU. This can also be used as a reagent in place of bromine. So all these types of reagents they have been alternatively been used in place of bromine in Hofmann rearrangement, and we will see it through the examples also. Now the mechanism of Hofmann rearrangement is that in the first step the base will abstract this proton from the primary amide, and this type of a negatively charged anion where negative charge is present on this oxygen will be formed, and then this will undergo change of this pair of electron to form a carbon oxygen double bond, and this pi electron will be used for attacking the electrophilic bromine, and this nucleophilic bromide will be removed. And this is how in the first step primary amides they will be converted into N-bromoamides, and then these N-bromoamides they will further react with the base hydroxide ion. For example, if we are using potassium or sodium hydroxide, then this will become water, and this again will form this type of N-bromo carbon ion, N-bromo anion where negative charge is on oxygen. Then when this goes back to its place to generate a carbon oxygen double bond, then there will be transfer of this carbon bond to the nitrogen. So 1,2 alkyl or aryl or R12 alkyl or aryl shift will take place, and this group will move back to nitrogen and the bromide will be eliminated, and this will transform the N-bromoamides into isocyanates. and then these isocyanates, they will undergo hydrolysis. The base will attack this carbon, and this bond, double bond, will be converted into single bond, and H will come from water. We will get these types of intermediates, and then elimination of the carbon dioxide like this. H will be abstracted by the base. This bond will break to give us a carbon dioxide molecule, and primary amines, they will be formed as product. So this is how primary amides through N-bromoamides and isocyanates, they will be converted into primary amines as the product. So this is the mechanism for conversion of primary amides into amines, and this conversion is known as Hofmann rearrangement. Few examples of Hofmann rearrangement. For example, these types of aryl amides in presence of N-bromosuccinamide, NBS, and DBU I have already told you, 1,8-diaza bicyclo 5,4,0 undex-7-ene, that is called as DBU. This is used as the base, and this is used as a source of bromine. So N-bromo succinamide and this base will be used for the abstraction of proton, and this is used as source of bromine, so as to convert this primary amide to N-bromo amide, and then that N-bromo amide will be converted into isocyanate, and that isocyanate, when isocyanate is formed, now we are not having water, so that means that isocyanate now will be attacked by methanol, and we will get these types of carbamates as products instead of primary amines. So this methanol will attack the carbon of the double bonded isocyanate, and carbon nitrogen double bond will be converted into this single bond with the addition of methoxy group over here, and hydrogen of the methanol will go to the nitrogen. So addition of the alcohol to carbon nitrogen double bond basically takes place to give us these types of carbamates instead of primary amines as the product. So if we will use water instead of methanol, then we will get primary alcohols as the product. But if we will use alcohols as the other reactant, then we will get carbamates as the product. Then this is the second example where we are using water as the co-solvent. So aqueous potassium hydroxide is used as the base, so that is why primary amides here, they are converted into primary amines as the product. So these types of heterocyclic amides, they are converted into heterocyclic primary amines as the product. Then another example is the conversion of orthohydroxy cyclohexylamides of this type in the presence of these types of bases, iodosobenzene triflate in acetonitrile and water for 4 hours, and they will convert these cyclohexylamides into hexahydro 1,3 benzoxazole 2-ones. So these types of products, hexahydro 1,3 benzoxazole 2-one, they are formed as the product. The reaction takes place like this, that in the first step this iodosobenzene triflate reacts with this amino group, and hydrogen from here and trifluoroacetate from here is removed as trifluoroacetic acid, and this will create a nitrogen iodine bond with these two, and this intermediate then this lone pair of nitrogen will go to this place to form a carbon nitrogen double bond, and then this carbon carbon bond will shift to the nitrogen, and we will get isocyanates as the intermediates, which are the intermediates of Hofmann rearrangement with the elimination of the other part of the molecule. And then these isocyanate intermediates, they will undergo hydrolysis in presence of H ions to give us these types of optically active cyclic heterocyclic products, hexahydro 1,3 benzoxazole 2-ones as the product. Similarly, any alkyl, cycloalkyl, benzyl or bicyclic imides, they can be converted into the respective primary amines in presence of either idosobenzene and paracetes, or even under some other conditions like idosobenzene and oxone. Oxone is KHSO5 in aqueous acetonitrile. So all these reagents, they will give same products of Hofmann rearrangement, that is imides, either alkyl, cycloalkyl, benzyl or bicyclic imides. All these, they are converted into the corresponding primary amines, and if we use say HCl in addition, then we will get amine hydrochlorides as the product. So we can see over here idosobenzene in presence of metachloroperbenzoic acid and HBF4, they convert these amides into primary amines. And similarly, if we use these conditions, these bicycloamides, they can be converted into bicycloamines as the product. Then another example of these substituted bicyclo 2,2,2 octane amides, they can be converted into these types of carbamate derivatives as the product if we use allylic alcohols and idosobenzene diacetate as the reagent for this conversion. In addition, molecular sieves, they are added to the reaction mixture so that this can remove water immediately, because molecular sieves, they will absorb water, and absorption of water by molecular sieve leads to the exclusive formation of carbamates, and due to the absence of water, hydrolysis of carbamates to amines will not take place. So again, in the first instance, this NH2 group will react with idosobenzene diacetate, one acetate ion from here, and hydrogen H positive from here will be removed in the form of acetate, and an intermediate will be formed where nitrogen will bond with iodine, and then rearrangement will take place to form an isocyanate as the intermediate, and then that isocyanate will react with this allylic alcohol, because we are not using water. So this allylic alcohol will add to the isocyanate to give us these carbamates as the product. So that is why instead of primary amines we are getting carbamates, because for hydrolysis we are not using water, but instead we are using allylic alcohol as the reagent. Then simple hexenamide in presence of bromine and KOH, and this cyclopropyl methanol, which is optically active, gives the corresponding these carbamate derivatives, and these carbamate derivatives, they undergo cyclization at this place, and opening of the three-membered ring take place, and we will get these types of alcohols in presence of N-butyl lithium and THF at minus 78 degree centigrade, in addition to cyclization of this product, and we will get 1,3-oxazine 2-ones as the product. And the formation of this product passes through Hofmann rearrangement, which lead to the conversion of hexenamides into these types of carbamates as intermediates. Then the cycloalkyl amides like this and this, they can be converted into the respective carboxamides or carbamate derivatives as the product. So here also we are not using water for hydrolysis, so that is why instead of primary amines we are getting these types of carbamates as the product. So this carboxamide may be read as carbamates, not carboxamides. All these amides are carboxamides. So when these amides, they are reacted with lead acetate, this will acetate ion from here and hydrogen from here will be removed, and this will form a lead nitrogen bond, and then rearrangement to form the isocyanate, and that isocyanate will react with tertiary-butanol to give us these types of substituted carbamates as the product. And the mechanism of conversion of this amide into these carbamates is same as in the previous case. So first this amide will react with lead acetate and an intermediate where nitrogen lead bond will be formed is formed, and then that will undergo rearrangement to give us isocyanates, and those isocyanate then undergo addition of this tertiary-butanol across the carbon nitrogen double bond to give us these types of carbamates as the product. So this is how the addition of butanol to the isocyanate take place. This lone pair will attack this carbon, and this carbon nitrogen double bond will become carbon nitrogen single bond, and hydrogen from here will be shifted to this nitrogen, and we will get the carbamates as the product. Similarly, the Hofmann rearrangement can be extended to steroids also. The steroidal lactam, this one, you can see this can undergo ring contraction reaction. This 6-membered lactam derivative can be converted into 5-membered lactam derivative, and here in place of sodium or potassium hydroxide we are using sodium alkoxides as the bases. So this is a stronger base than sodium or potassium hydroxide, and again in the first step N-bromo amide will be formed, and then that N-bromo amide will undergo rearrangement to give us isocyanates, and those isocyanates they will undergo cyclization to give us these types of 5-membered lactam derivatives. And here the hydrolysis of this acetoxy group will also take place to give us alcohols. And similarly these amides, they can be converted into these types of carbamates, and here again instead of water we are using methanol as the reagent. So that is why to the intermediate isocyanate intermediate, the methanol will add across the carbon nitrogen double bond to give us these types of carbamates as the product. Then the Hofmann rearrangement can be extended to urea derivatives also. So if we are having, say, these types of NN diaryl ureas, and they are reacted with sodium hypochlorite in presence of aqueous sodium hydroxide, again in the first step we will get N-chloroamides like this, hydrogen from here, and this hydrogen will be abstracted by NaO negative, this will become NaOH, and this Cl will get attached to the nitrogen. We will get N-chloroamides as the intermediate, and then N-chloroamides they will undergo rearrangement to give us isocyanates, and those isocyanates then they will be converted into primary amines. So we will get N-amino aryl compounds as the product, or NN diaryl amines, they will be formed as the product. So these are the references which have been used to prepare this lecture. Thank you very much.